I need to make it something different. So I saw this. It is a different story why I chose commerce. That will, I think, we'll keep it for the next session.
But what exactly are the roles and responsibilities that you assign to people who come here for internships? Could be anybody, I suppose, right?
I hope I'm not
Another junk collector.
Scrap queen.
No. What do you think you had to really sacrifice? Where did you have to make those adjustments or to compromise? On certain situations as an entrepreneur or as a woman?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, who is this?
Hey, let me welcome you. Let me welcome Renu Jayaram. She's our guest for today.
Hi.
And so,
Hello.
a very straightforward and career-oriented, very open and I would say independent woman. Okay, and I love such strong independent women, and I'm so happy to be interviewing her today. I am Vidya Bhatt, and this is my show, The Journey of Entrepreneurs. So obviously I'm going to feature all entrepreneurs on this journey. And today I have with me a very, very interesting personality. But before we go to that, I would like to share with you why this program. Now, I belong to this beautiful, beautiful coastal temple town of Udupi, and it has been my dream to cover all the startups of this area just to showcase so many entrepreneurs who have taken the big risk and started it in this tier 2 city, who have dragged themselves and now either walked or ran or now sprinted, right, to reach their success. So here's the story of our guest today, Renu Jayaram, an entrepreneur of Craft Mantra. And Craft Mantra is a place where corporate gifting, any item that you have in mind for a gift, okay, this is the place that you can find it. If you don't find it, then you can just talk to Renu and she will make it and customize it for you. So just feel free to just come open to a shop which is right here on the way to Manipal, right? And talk to her and get your gifts. Doesn't matter what occasion, be it a corporate event, you can just come here and find what you want and be happy about it. We are going to ask Renu a few questions about her journey, what happened, what is this, the story of her life, the romance, and her children, her family. And so here we go. Ready, Renu?
Yeah, all set.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
All right. So let me come to the first question. You started Craft Mantra, but did you have this dream in mind that you wanted to start something on this lines? And when did it start, this whole journey? When did it start, the idea or the seed? When did it happen?
I always wanted to do something on my own, Vidya. Not necessarily into craft, corporate gifting or this custom eco gifting and all. That was not in my mind. This happened by chance actually. But by choice, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur because that I always tell the seeds of entrepreneurship.
The entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that is something which was sown by Dad, who is there. You can see him there.
Okay.
He was covered in the business India.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the best and only pattern maker in those days in India. So I have to always be thankful to him, and he always ensured that we think in the lines of business. So since those days, I think it was always there that if I do something, it is going to be business.
So the seeds were sown.
Yeah, definitely, and I was not aware what I'm going to do, but definitely it has to be business.
So when did the Craft Mantra, the seed for crafts and arts, and when did it kind of start flowering?
This started in the year 2018.
Okay.
2018 we started this, but prior to that, I think in 2016, you are familiar with our association, Power, Platform of Women Entrepreneurs. Since I always wanted to do business, but I couldn't really do because I was into family business all the while.
Okay.
Since the college days, it was my father's business. Then we moved on to marriage, brought me here, and then it was my husband and his family into the automobile business. But I always thought that I should be doing something on my own as well. Eventually, a partnership firm happened, but we couldn't take it further.
Okay.
Then this Craft Mantra happened. This was mainly because I think I was the event coordinator for one of the Power signature events, which is Power Parba. It's a marketing fair. It's a very successful event, but the first time we did was in the year 2016.
Okay.
Our association was started in the year 2009. So 16 we had the first edition of Power Parva, which is now having its I think 4th or 5th edition.
Okay.
So then being the event coordinator, we used to have lot of stalls of women, like close to 70-80 stalls of women entrepreneurs we used to have.
Okay.
Yeah, for the first time it was really a very successful one. And then the last day when I was going through all the stalls, taking their opinions, feedback, suggestions, then I felt that there is a lot of creativity, no doubt, in the women of, especially of the tier 2 city. We always think that there's not much happening here.
Right.
But I was so surprised that we discovered a lot of women entrepreneurs in this bed.
Okay.
Then when I asked them, what are you going to do with those so many beautiful products, this variety of products and things like that. Then when few of the women were not really having any forum to market their products, they really, like they were telling, what are you going to do with the stuff? It's all going to wait for the next exhibition, or it's going in the attic, or it's going to, no one is going to support. Half of them didn't have the kind of support they wanted to push their products into the market. So that was when I felt that something needs to be done in this space. So, but I was still not sure or aware also as to what it is going to be, because I was totally in my family business. I had no time to much think about it.
Okay.
But I thought if it's going to be business someday, my own business, it has to be connected with society, especially women.
Okay.
And some products, because I'm always interested in this creative, handmade, curated products, this creative products. So that all fell in, that it was like kind of connecting the dots. And it all fell in place. And in 2018, 2 years after that, when the partnership didn't work out, then I had to take it up independently. And that's how Craft Mantra began. I
Okay,
think.
so
thankful.
your first journey, or kind of had a small break, but I'm sure you learned a big lesson from that, right? From the first journey, the eco, I think you said eco,
Fab Earth thing.
Fab Earth, yeah. You
Definitely,
had,
definitely.
yes, and that helped
everything,
you.
in fact, I feel that everything in my life has been a lesson for me. I've learned from it and moved on.
True.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important.
So I think what comes to me and what I feel is that you were suddenly interested in women empowerment.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because I think that's what you felt, that women needed a platform to market their products and themselves, brand themselves, and that's how the journey of Craft Mantra started. Right. So right now, what are the kind of events that you do? Because I think this journey has started in 2018. So what kind of events have you done so far, and how do you think your business has kind of grown?
Yeah, when we started in the year 2018, actually we just started with the bags, because then
this was before Corona.
Prior to Corona, and we began with bags because by then we got the updates that bags are going to be banned, the plastic ones or the other bags what they are using. So then I felt that okay, we'll move on to the cloth bags. Was one of the interests. So then we thought, okay, let us see, because women doing the bags, we had few machines, and we started up in a very humble way in our Jaydev building. We started it, and it was going fine. We catered to, initially it was to university, Manipal University, most of the orders. We are the vendors for them, and it spread to institutions across. It spread to organizations around. Then, so we were largely connected with all this, and also slowly corporates, business houses as well. So we were, but still in the bulk space, the B2B or the wholesale kind. We were not really into retail.
Okay.
But I felt I started from the cabin, like it was just like this cabin where I had a rack and kept few products. Because it was wholesale, I didn't really have to have some kind of a store set up like this. So I used to have few racks and few products, which then slowly it added one rack after the other, and it spread. And then I occupied the next office. From my cabin, it went on to another few more racks, and I occupied the office which I had adjoining to my cabin. Then from there, I slowly shifted to downstairs to move to a retail outlet, because I felt after exhibitions, especially. Till then, we were doing the wholesale and for all this corporate bulk gifting. But then when we did the exhibitions, I realized there were a lot of retail sales also happening.
Okay.
So they were interested. So they started coming to the store. Though it was for wholesale, they started coming to the store, picking up few things. Then I thought it's good if we can reach out to the retail, not necessarily restrict ourselves to institutions and corporates.
Right.
That's when I thought, since I already had the advantage of the space in our building, I thought, why can't I use that?
Okay.
So that's how I thought, and I was always interested in setting up. I used to be always impressed when I go abroad. That was something again I should add here. I was always very impressed with the souvenir shops there.
Okay.
They're
Alright.
so
Yes,
cute.
yes,
yeah.
I know.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So cute. I used to always think, why don't we get something like this
here.
in India and all. So I used to always see those cute fridge magnets, cute stones carved, and many small things which makes a great gifting.
True.
And I used to like the setup of the place, and this all impressed. I used to think I should have something like this if I start one. So that's how actually souvenirs also came. Even the product range very widened along with it. What began as a bags, then moved on to mementos. Mementos also I want to add here that I used to always like how they are all like this in one shelf, I was really feeling bad whenever I used to go to someone. Of course, it's lying there now. But when I go visit others, I used to think, why is it just dead there? We should start thinking in a different line. We should give mementos which can be used by them.
Yes.
So I thought I wanted to work in this space as well.
Okay.
That's how from bags, mementos added to our fold. I thought if I do mementos, it should be something which they can use, not just keep it in a shelf space.
True.
And the advantage was when we were doing, since we were doing a lot of events for the colleges and institutions, we always had, when there is an event, there are one participants, the other side is the
Delegates.
resource persons and the speakers and all. So they wanted mementos. Then when they came for this, slowly there was a request for mementos, and that's when I thought, why don't I get
takeaway gifting or
for
kits.
the resource
Yes,
person? And I'm always interested in creating something.
Right.
Something beautiful, something innovative, something
So
cultural.
what is the most unique item that you have actually have in your store?
Right now, currently.
Or what you felt was a unique item or is a unique item right now?
I think there are quite a few. What happens is, that's what we can't really keep track because we can't keep samples of everything. So our memory also fades. But now when I go through pictures, when I go through some of the WhatsApp images, I feel so good that we've done some different things. Now suddenly I'm not able to recollect.
Okay.
But we have done really so different things. Like in the pictures I can feel that. Because not everything can be kept as samples. But if you take in the bags, like during COVID times, for example, we did some sanitizer pouches, which could be fitted to the hand purse of the lady and men's belt, the loop. You can fit it there. That's an innovative product and a very different product and the need of the hour as well.
Correct. You don't have to dig into your bag to search for your sanitizer.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they could just easily take out some sanitizer and just on the go. So that was one innovative product during COVID time. In addition to the masks which we did, we had a zip mask,
Okay.
because we saw some ad and then we thought they can open the zip, have food or talk to someone, close the zip. They don't have to remove the mask. So that was again, I thought, why can't we have it? And we had few sales of that.
Okay,
actually.
absolutely. I mean, it has a funny value, humor value,
I
zip it up
enjoyed
kind of
seeing
thing.
that. I enjoyed seeing that product and I just tried few and I was so surprised that all of it went. So that was one thing, and there were quite a few things which we did during the COVID times also. We never stopped experimenting actually. Then of course in the bags I always my interest is always how different I can make it.
Okay.
How innovative it can be,
Right.
so that it appeals to our clients. Right from the bags, we have these magic bags, which are called magic bags.
Okay, I think you need to show us a sample of each. But
Yeah,
before that also, when I entered the shop, I saw that you had a sofa made from an auto rickshaw, that base, and you also have your fan, the cycle as a way of hanging stuff. So it's a very unique retail concept that you have here. And how did that happen?
Yeah, that's again very interesting, because I thought if I have to have a retail setup, it can't be just like the other routine shops what we have. If I have to attract my clients, especially the youngest generation, I have to make it look different. And for me, I can never settle for something ordinary.
Your mind goes in a different direction.
It has to be something different. It has to be something out of the box. So I started working on the store, how differently I can do it. So then I thought of this upcycle concept. I had my friend Pallavi who is helping me with that. So we did the whole store on the upcycle concept.
So what kind of products do you have here which is upcycle?
Right from my
recycled?
families, like my children's cycles, to my son's guitar, to my ladder, kitchen ladder, storerooms ladders, to
the tires. I saw some tires also
we had
there.
automobiles showroom, so we had a lot of scrap as well. Every time the standardization changed, there were a lot of junk again there. So I picked up even the tables. We never spared these tables as well.
Okay, so
whatever
what
the
is this?
ones which are the t-shirts are hung there, no, or all the top of the table have been removed, and a base is used, and this thing
And made into.
So all the discarded tables which were damaged, no, we removed the top and we used that base and did that. Everything like whatever, and even that entire pegboard what you see outside is not a pegboard. It's the drawers converted to a pegboard.
All right.
So everything, even the whole sample display unit is.
Ashwin, you need to go out and
I've done
take
it
a-
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So brochures, everything if you see, I think I have not spared any item in the godowns there.
Okay,
So
great.
I just
No,
try
it's
to
such a
put
wonderful
them out.
utilization of,
Yeah.
what do you say, waste, right? Waste
The
products.
one you mentioned outside, right? That is
Right.
2 auto rickshaws together.
Okay, yeah, back to back
Back
kind
to
of.
back.
you know, yes.
I thought like my customer seating can't be a regular routine chair. I need to make it something different.
Yeah.
So I saw this auto rickshaw in front of me. Then I thought, why can't we? And again, single seating won't be good. I thought it should be a conversation.
Yes,
it should be
exactly.
somewhere placed in the center. Now I'm not finding in some
Space
place
for
there.
it, but yes.
So I've just put it there. But I wanted
a bigger
something-
location
Yeah,
again now.
I
the
think
next
I'm
step.
forced to do that. But it has been a very interesting. Then it went on. I used to go to everybody asking what's discarded in your place. Please give it.
Okay. So another.
I hope I'm not
another
called a
junk collector.
scrap queen.
No. I would hold you in value. In line of Mr. Vijayanath Shenoy, who used to go to various places where houses were getting broken down
Cultural,
or constructed, and getting all those antique pieces. Whether it is metal, wood, whatever else. So I think you are rightfully you will be called as the junk queen or whatever, but in a good way. Okay, I'm not in a
Sustainability. Moving towards sustainability.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving towards
Sustainability queen.
Yes, sustainability queen. Yes, let's give her that title out here. Okay, moving on to
But this
another
was
aspect.
mainly to attract people, especially the younger generation. The vehicle parts and all I used, I thought I should make it more attractive, and
Interesting,
people
yes.
should like, oh, something is here, something
Unique.
different is here, and they
Yes,
should
yes.
get into the store. Then I was very confident. Once they come to the store, I was
They will
very
take a-
confident they would like my product,
something,
because
yes.
I personally look into every product I choose. Only when I am convinced about the design, the use of it, I pick it up. I just don't buy
Randomly
something
do
and
things. Yes,
put
exactly.
it in my store. I should be convinced of the utility, of the design, everything, and then only I ensure it is in my store.
All right, so we are moving to the next part, which is called as Q&C, and by Q&C I mean qualifications and career. So basically, Renu, the question is, what have you studied by way of education, and has your education translated in any way into your career, or is there no connect, or is it there some alignment that you see in your life between your education and your work now?
Thankfully, I see that connect. Or else these days you don't see that
See a
connect in
connect,
many
yes,
of individuals' lives. But luckily, see, I have done my commerce graduation.
Okay.
I am now thankful that I did that, though my interest was not in commerce.
Okay.
It is a different story why I chose commerce. That will, I think we'll keep it for the next session. But we'll reserve it for the next session. But I chose commerce, but now I feel, because I'm not that interested in numbers and mathematics and all.
Okay.
So I felt that that's a blessing actually what I did. If I wouldn't have done that, maybe in the business it would have really been tough for me, because if you don't understand
finances and
and all. But since I somehow learnt commerce, I did my commerce graduation, it has helped me today incredibly.
Okay.
And then I did my MBA actually after marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many
I
years
think
gap
that
was
is
that
also
between
good.
the BCom and MBA?
Oh, it's I think quite 7-8 years,
Okay.
8-10 years maybe.
Okay.
Because after my kids actually,
All
10-12
right.
years it could be more than that. And I feel even that has been good, because if I would have studied MBA after my BCom, though my father
Immediately
was
after
forcing
BCom.
me to do MBA actually immediately after BCom, but I was not very interested then. Then of course marriage was there and we came.
Yes.
But now I feel after kids, when I did my MBA, I could connect to everything.
Okay.
It would not have been possible if I would have done then without any background of business. Because
yes.
now I believe it's mandatory to have industry experience for the MBA
Correct,
these days.
correct.
So that's such a wonderful thing. But when I did my MBA, so I could connect to everything. I didn't really have to study at all for passing
Because
my
I think all
exams.
the concepts
Everything,
and everything you knew in the business
I could
world.
relate
Yes.
to everything I did in my MBA.
Okay.
So I
And
feel
what
that
did you
is
specialize in?
marketing.
Okay.
Marketing I chose because I thought I'm always in this
True.
product sector and I need to be doing that.
Okay.
And that's my interest also, to understand how you can promote your products and interests.
Okay. Now moving on to something personal. Now you are a financially independent woman, right? So what kind of investments have you made on your own? Like, usually it is seen that in the Indian situation, or I'm not sure it's the world over also, that women don't make investments in, stocks, shares, mutual fund, blah, blah, blah. Basically on their own. They take the suggestions of the brother, father, husband, and they make, it's usually handed over to them in terms of making the investments. So how has this situation panned out for you? Do you make, as an independent woman, have made any investment decisions? And how has it worked out?
Yeah, though I'm not great at finance, but thankfully I have good set of friends and of course my family also to guide me. But I have been always independent on where I put it, where I put my money into. So I've made a few safer investments like the FDs and a little bit in the real estate and a little bit in the.
So what would you advise to a
shares
person
as
who has probably got a year, say after a year of work, and has got a small lump sum to kind of savings? Where would you suggest that a woman invest in, because we generally given that basic thing of high risk, low risk, and medium risk. So what advice would you give a person maybe with 1 or 2 years of experience and who has saved a little bit? What advice would you give them in terms of investment or savings?
Should they take
I'm
the leap?
not a great guide in that. I would really suggest you to go to someone else. But to be
Based on
very
your
frank, for me
experience.
as a person, I would look at something low risk.
Okay.
And also medium, not really a high risk.
High risk,
thing,
okay.
I feel, because I feel at the end of it, you should feel safe. You should have your money in your hand when you need it.
And you
all
need it to
those,
multiply, but
yeah.
not necessarily with a
take
high risk.
Lot of risk.
Okay.
Lot of risk, unless you want some immediate returns or something like that. But I always believe in that safety.
Okay.
So I would rather put my money somewhere
Rather
where
safe
I'm
than sorry.
assured safe returns. So that is
Okay.
my way of investment actually.
Now, coming to say husband, so you are a successful woman entrepreneur, and you also helped in the family business of your husband as well as father. So I've seen one Priyanka Chopra interview, and in which she says that Nick is absolutely happy and very proud of her and her achievements in life, and he loves to talk about it also. Whereas if you look at a typical Indian scenario, not many men are supportive of a woman's success. There is a little bit of a conflict in that area. So how has your husband, how do you see your husband in this aspect of support?
Yeah, he's definitely proud. My family is proud of it. But he's a busy man.
I understand.
He's a busy man, so may not have much time to put his head into my
No, but when you go for events, and I'm sure
but
he's proud of
definitely,
you.
yeah, my involvement, because there's a lot of positive thoughts being shared by his friends as well, and everywhere he goes.
Correct.
And he's been quite supportive in this,
Supportive.
and or else probably I won't, because this needs a lot of time also goes in all this.
Correct,
Since
correct.
I'm socially connected as well, not just my business, I am socially connected, and that takes a lot of my time.
True.
So to be involved in every place, I think you need to have that family adjustment. Adjustment
And
has to come from the family.
Family,
Only
true.
then you can do it convincingly and very comfortably.
Sure.
And I think that is assured from my family.
So what do you think you had to really sacrifice? Where did you have to make those adjustments or to compromise, on certain situations as an entrepreneur or as a woman?
Yeah, I think working late hours.
Okay.
Working late hours, because my business is something where I need to be there. Because since it is all about deadlines, it is all about customization, because people come here looking forward to my ideas and my inputs. So then if I am not there, that doesn't do justice for them. So that time it depends on the client timings when they are comfortable. So I feel that from the family business, when I moved to this business of my own, first was the time hours that I put in.
Okay.
That into like almost 9 to 9 I am at my workplace.
All right.
So that is immensely almost
And
doubled.
that your in-laws or your family has not
I
complained or...
I've lost my in-laws, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry about that.
I don't have that concern with my family. But otherwise, one thing which has been an advantage to me is that they know what it is. My children and my husband as well. My husband has been a businessman. So
yes.
since that is the thing, they know what is expected of a business. So that has been a plus point.
But
for
has
me.
have your children never complained or said that you don't have you ever gone for their sports day or what annual day or parent teacher meeting? Has that happened that they have complained that you've not come?
Who Indrani, yeah, telling,
Yes.
yeah, I remember. Then she asks her children, who all weren't there? You tell me their names. Then so I try to recollect. I think I have also tried to follow some of those advices and ask them who all were not there.
So you feel comfortable?
Yeah, guilt free, a little bit guilt free. But no, what I was very sure. That's why my own business delayed, because I wanted to make sure when they were very young, I am always there for them.
Okay.
That's how I, by choice, chose family business. Though I could have done something on my own then, I intentionally chose family business and stuck to that for 20 years.
Okay.
Because I thought till my children are like
At least at that age when they
at the
understand.
age when they really understand, I should be there.
Right.
So I think that's the reason which has really made me like guilt free today.
True,
I don't really have
I
any guilt.
I feel the same because I gave up 10 years of my thing for the family, and I feel that okay, I've done my best in that situation. And when my son was, I think, around 10, that was the time I think I said, okay, fine, let me get back into the working world again.
Yeah, I know. We
Right.
have to. I think as a woman, we can't have it all.
Yes, exactly.
All the time.
True.
So we need to make those little compromises, little sacrifices. But at the same time, don't give up on your abilities, on your skills, on your keep. Grooming them, keep nurturing them. That's something I did. Though I was in the family business, and I thought someday when I'm going to be on my own, how do I go about it? All that thoughts were running, and I was always continuously learning. So all the time was utilized for that. Yeah, I think so. In fact, I would like to tell this. When I was not really aware of this, when one teacher told me, when I went to one of the PTA meetings, and they had asked earlier my daughter what she wanted to become, and she didn't tell me about this act. She was too small. But then teacher told I want to be an entrepreneur, she said.
Oh, okay.
She didn't know the meaning of entrepreneur. Then
I'm sure she did, otherwise she wouldn't have said it.
Maybe. But the thing is, I felt that okay, she knew what she may not have known the exact definition of an entrepreneur. But what mommy is doing something. She keeps talking about it, that means it's good.
Good. And
She's
she
doing
probably
something.
liked it.
So,
Liked what
that
you were
feeling
doing.
was good enough for me, and from then, that day, I think it was like no stopping me.
Correct.
Because it gave
That's so
me that-
encouraging and motivating.
Yeah,
isn't it?
motivating. I was so happy that day when I came back home thinking, okay, my daughter thinks like that, because you are always in this guilt thing.
Yes, guilt trip that have I been a good mother?
Yeah, always
have,
that's there,
have I
whether
given enough
children are
time,
feeling-
quality time, and all that
all
stuff.
that is there.
Okay, so
But
most of
I've
your
always made sure that at least I'm always available to them when they need me. Very important is that.
True, very
I
true.
think
I know.
that is so very important. When they need me anytime, either they can come here or I'll be there where they want me to be. When they need you, you have to.
You
be
have
there.
to be there.
That-
Okay.
That's very important.
So most of your business now, I'm sure it happens. Your connects, your business leads or whatever come through when you network,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So which are the different kinds of forums or platforms that you normally use to network and try and kind of build your brand as well as your business leads?
I have believed in one mantra here: build a relationship, business follows.
Okay.
That's been something I've never really gone out and promoted my products actually. Nowhere would you see me promoting my product. Though I may be doing my brand, like Craft Mantra as a brand.
Yes.
I believe in that. But I just go out, do my best in those forums. See, now I am connected with Rotary, I am connected with the Power Association, the ladies clubs, the Mahila Samaj around. Then many MSME forums I am connected with, and lot of forums here in Bangalore.
So how
also.
important do you think is being a member of such forums as a woman?
Oh, absolutely. I believe in the power of networking. I've been a strong promoter of that. I always tell that you need to be connected with forums like this, because that is something which can help me grow considerably.
Okay.
What I am today, I think I can contribute it a lot to being connected to these associations.
Right.
Or else it's just about your business, where
Yeah.
it is a limited growth actually there. But when you're connected with people, you learn to empathize, you learn to value so many things,
yes,
you
yes.
understand many things.
You understand various perspectives of different
various
people, and that's
perspectives.
very
Or else
helpful for
it's-
you.
When you're
Yes.
especially the boss of a company, your reach is restricted.
Absolutely.
And
Yes. So,
you don't really understand many things, I think, only other than running the business.
The show.
Running the show.
Correct.
But being connected. And one most important I learned is tolerance. I think which is very, very essential.
True.
If you're in your own business, I don't think, because you have been dictating all the time, you have been delegating all the time, you've
True,
been
true.
controlling and so many things. But when you're in associations, it really, because there are so many people with so many point of views,
Yeah,
and you
perspectives
need
and,
to understand
yes,
from
yes.
everybody's point of view.
And you'll also get solutions for certain of your problems, so to say. It may be a mild thing, but sometimes when you keep talking to people, you get
You pick up solutions for your own,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. So you said that you believe in building relationships, right?
Yeah.
So in this journey of relationships, have you made any good friends? Who's your, comfort? What do you say? The person that 2 a.m. friend. Have you got any such one person or more people that you can really, rely on to go and approach for any emergency, any crisis when it happens? Do you have any such person or persons?
Absolutely. I think that is another gift that the associations have given me, because almost every association I have picked, it's not just one or two, I think a handful I can confidently tell. A handful of people, I can't really name them
Yes,
in
I
this
understand.
public forum. But absolutely, they're all just a phone call away, and they are there. It's like that friend in need is friend in need is something I have really, really found them here, and also in Bangalore I have, because my school friends are all there, college, so a couple of them from there, and many from here actually.
And it's so nice to have such friends circle, so that anytime anything happens, you can always go to them.
They are there when you need them.
Yes,
That's so
yes.
important.
So
I have not really disturbed anyone so far at 2 a.m. or whatever. But
I'm just saying it's a phrase,
yeah, it's
right?
a phrase. It's a phrase. I understand.
Your comfort,
But,
like your comfort
family-
zone, your
yeah,
comfort.
I know. But
food.
yes, because for anything, it's not necessarily for my personal thing, but it could be my business, whatever. No, they are those kind of both critics, constructive criticism, what you see,
Correct.
and also anything.
So who's the one who gives you that reality check, the constructive criticism?
First, I think my children, my teenagers.
Okay, so give me one example.
Craft Mantra name itself.
Oh, sorry, what?
Name Craft Mantra itself is not very appealing.
Oh, according to them? Okay.
And also if I show them, so like that.
But you
Yeah.
stuck your gun.
Yeah, I'm very firm. I have to be assertive.
Correct, yes.
And take all it's like that.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
years.
Correct.
So
You take all the
opinions.
opinions and perspectives, then you make your own decision.
Yeah, that's something me. I
Yeah.
am I'm open to all. I believe in that actually. The suggestions has to come from every individual.
True.
When I take the interview here, the first personal round itself, I tell them it's not only one size thing.
Yes.
I need suggestions. It has to come from you also. So if you are that kind of a person, then I don't look at all those qualifications, your degrees and
Correct.
things like that. It basically you have to be someone part of the team, giving ideas. That's very, very important. So it has to come from everyone. And so my children have always, any new product I do, like the t-shirts we do, the back captions I do, I show it to them first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they
So
comment and they give you
me
your
the frank, most
opinion.
frank comment. My friends, those handful of friends, they were not those critics, like they don't, but they
Yeah,
really,
it's kind of awkward to give you
room
a
for
negative
improvement.
thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
exactly.
could have been better this way. So
Yes.
they're very dignified way
Yeah,
of
exactly.
presenting
A nice
their
way of
thoughts.
saying
Nice
it.
way of, so they tell, this could have been improvised, this you can add to make it better. But my children are like straight
cutthroat.
tuck. It's like that, yeah.
True.
I've had my share of
Acha, one more thing that came to mind now, okay, though I wanted to ask it that question in the Q&C section. So you also give internships to students, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly are the roles and responsibilities that you assign to people who come here for internships? Could be anybody, I suppose, right?
It depends on their course again.
Huh.
So
So it's an MBA student who's coming, marketing student who's coming for internship. So what kind of a role and responsibility will you assign to that
Right
person?
now, I think I would, because couple of them are there, and I am, because social media marketing is something I would always, because they are young, they're talented, and they have new ideas. So I look for those ideas in my social media marketing. And we have always TAPME support with us. TAPME always have a batch of students who are all constantly working with us from almost quite some time. For the last 4-5 years, their marketing students have been my part of my team as well. So right from exhibitions which we keep outside, which are held at various places, they help take care of our stall, put up our stall in a very unique way, present the products very nicely, and cover the products as well on various social media forums, promote them. So that is one of the ways I am engaging the students, and
that's really
especially when they are in the marketing field.
Okay.
Otherwise they come for other routine things, study, team building and things like that. Product study, all that is there.
So this is for all the students out there who are looking for internships. This is a place that you can come here for internships. But yes, be prepared to have a role, play a role, learn something, give something, and and go back happy, as well as with something learned, a valuable lesson learned from this project. Okay, so Renu, as a successful entrepreneur, and having been seen in this family business as well as this craft mantra business, there is something that we all think that after a particular time we need to give back to society. So how are you giving back to society? What is your CSR?
Craft Mantra is only giving back to society.
Yes, in one way,
So,
but it's also a for-profit organization,
yeah,
right?
that element you need to give back to society,
Society,
to
exactly.
make
Yes,
money,
yes, true.
or else it can't fall in place. But since actually Jaydev days only, I have been involved with the CSR activities. When we were in the automobile sector itself, we used to do quite a few green initiatives.
Okay.
And quite a few ride safety programs. I was looking after such programs.
Okay.
I was very keen those days. Wherever kind of social connect or CSR connect would be there, I would always be interested in such initiatives. So I used to take care of educating the school and college students on safety programs and all that. So with Craft Mantra, it has given me more opportunities definitely, and being the founder, I think I have more freedom to exercise what I can. There's no limitation as such.
True.
So I think that has given me immense freedom to put my ideas into action. So we have, I think for the first few years, we used to have this art competition actually. It's not competition, art camp.
Okay,
That's something we have been doing for quite some time, especially for the children, the construction workers' children, and so many initiatives we have taken in the lines of art camp and connecting with all the art camps that happen. Either if it is not happening in craft campus, then it would be somewhere out where I would be sponsoring them, the event.
Yeah, I
So
think you do it through Craft Care, right?
Craft Care. That is one, under Craft Care we take that initiative, and of course there are a lot of programs which that is in a very minimal way we have been doing, but I thought 2024 onwards I should be aggressively into this.
Okay.
But again, there is again now a lot of workshops happening. Now I'm looking at the younger generation. The new workshop which I'm planning to do, the bottle craft workshop, is aimed at the younger generation. How we can bring them into the art, creating art out of scrap, the bottles. And that is the upcoming
And it's
workshop.
so important to have something which is non-academic to
they
balance
are,
out.
In fact, they are looking forward to it.
Yes.
Whenever I talk to the youngsters, we are already excited
Already
with this,
ready.
With this
Ready
idea.
for
When
anything.
are you starting? Only my problem is the time to allocate some time for
Time
it
and the
be
space
there
also,
and
I
space.
think. Yes.
All those are little challenges I'm seeing, and I need to put things in place. Now that I've recently moved to a newer location, I think I may need a little extra time to figure out how I put everything together. But at the same time, that is within the place. Beyond the place, I think through Rotary, through Power also, I have been collaborating for a lot of initiatives. Through Rotary, we've been doing a lot of work actually, skill building and all that is happening via collaborating with the Rotary of Club of Manipal. But from craft again, I would be more looking at 3-4 initiatives which I'm working on. One is the stay-at-home women.
Okay. The destitute women.
Destitute women, which is in
home,
Mittu.
yes.
So that's something I'm very closely connected, and I hope that project which we have in mind takes off, materializes. And we are in touch with the department, the concerned department. We are working on how we can market the products done by the women of that stay-at-home.
Can be marketed. Okay, that's very nice.
That's something very close to my heart. I want that
So
to
are
take
you
off.
skilling them up with certain arts and
At
crafts?
the moment, we are looking at marketing what they have been doing.
And what kind of stuff have they made? Like?
They are currently involved in the agarbattis, but I can't give more details until it takes an official shape.
I respect that.
We can give more shape to it. But there are some products which I thought, because I was not really convinced at the way how it was being marketed, I thought their craft mantra can come into picture and do something very innovative, because we have the students with us, we have our, of course, creative minds. So I think together we can do something different, something far-reaching, something more productive, something more meaningful. So that is one thing. And also I'm more closely interested in how, because there are a lot of psychiatric centers here. The Hombelako is there, the Dr. A.V. Baliga Hospital is there. There even we have the children of alcoholics.
Right.
COA, children. So that also segment I am talking to the concerned doctors there. If I can collaborate with them and have a very routine, regularly something. Not once in a while we do something and come. But 2024 onwards I am looking at how I can continuously do something connected with the children and connected with the psychiatric patients, because they're all doing wonderful products. They're all very creative actually. They don't have a forum.
They don't have a platform to showcase their work, their creativity.
Market their products.
True.
Though the respective institutions have been giving them lot of opportunities, but further handholding is required. And so that is where I thought again Craft Mantra can come into the picture and do something. I am looking at how I can collaborate with the jail inmates also, though we try to experiment when I was in the Rotary active last, I think, couple of years back. But again, there are a lot of restrictions with the products which can be done in the jail, because they have a lot of do's and don'ts and all. But that is also one area where I thought if we can go there, And because I feel art is a healer, art can do some, because
Absolutely,
I have
therapy.
seen, I have
Correct.
employed, I have always employed people. One of them I've always been either mentally disturbed, challenged, or mentally. I've had staff who have been victims of various things. So
Right.
one staff I always ensure if I can reach out to them in different ways, and I've always observed that they're so interested in art, they do art, and it has made a lot of difference to them. And they tell about how they have improvised from the day one they joined Craft Mantra to what they are now. With every, I think so far some 8 to 10 people I have
That is absolutely
put in
wonderful.
Craft
that the
Mantra
way
at
of
different periods of time,
Okay.
and I've always seen a positive difference in them. So that is very touching. I always feel I should have one person who I can, because we can't afford to have them all
everyone.
and can't
Yes, you
manage,
can.
because with
Exactly.
the deadlines, with the quality we need
Yes.
to give to the
Yeah,
our
but you try
clients.
your best to
wherever
include them.
possible, if I can
Yes.
incorporate them. So that is also one of the thing. Now that recently we have moved in, we have again not had at the moment, but I am looking at that again in a more serious note actually.
And that's a very nice thought, Renu, and something that you have thought so deeply about, because even I have not thought about, giving back to society in that way. So that's really very, I think, generous-hearted of you. And so coming to one more question, it's like I feel that government support, okay, in what way do you think government should support women entrepreneurs? Have you received any support from the government through any MSME schemes or any such schemes for women, or, for this thing, or, and yes, no, or if yes, what all what kind of support you have got? And otherwise, what are the kind of support that you think you would require from the government, to help you in any which way, whether it's financial support or any other support?
Luckily the current scenario is quite positive, support from the government. But though I have not personally availed, this is totally a bootstrapped company, so I have not really availed of government schemes and all that, but I have had a lot of friends who have availed them, and I am also looking at in availing a couple of schemes for because also to understand how they work.
Correct.
How important, because I am talking to so many women out there, so I want to understand how they all work, because everybody they come, they say the documentation is very elaborate, we need a single window system and things like that. So I have been only hearing from them since I have not utilized the capital from any of these schemes, but I seriously want to do that this year. On all these schemes, Startup India.
At least an awareness, create an awareness, yes.
We have been hearing, but the thing you told me about the programs and all that, thanks to Power, thanks to Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a consortium of women entrepreneurs associations, so which is started by Ratnaprabha ma'am, the ex-chief secretary of Karnataka. She started that forum where we are all, Power also is a part of that. Through, though individually we are not able to connect, but as in through the associations we are closely working with the government actually, because every time there's a program happening at a bigger, larger level, MSME it would be at the government level, we all have invites. Every association gets the invite, and not just the invite, we can be a part, we can make significant, even in the policy making and all, they take a lot of suggestions. During the COVID times we have seen this happen in a big way. And also even now, whenever there is some changes that needs to be done, some changes that needs to be brought out, they always take opinions and inputs from the association, of which we are all, so we are somewhere connected in the policy making also.
And you feel your voice is heard also somewhere.
Definitely, and we keep having these political leaders coming in. So we are all part of their events. We keep going to their events, and there is an open forum where we can address our questions. So that is a big thing, I think, for all of us. We are all given opportunities because we are. So that's why I always tell, being associated with this association always has a lot of plus points. Individually, you can't make a difference, but together we can really make a point.
Yes,
so that's also, I think, we've had an opportunity to connect to Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am. Like from there to so many leaders in the industries, we have been able to talk to them and put forth
showcase your products,
not just our products but our points of view also, what needs to be done Like,
Yes.
so again, you told about the marketing or something. You told, right? Opportunities. What
Yeah,
is
any kind of opportunity. What do you think the government should, help women entrepreneurs? Not necessarily for Craft Mantra, for any business for that
See,
matter.
already there are, like, we have been part of the fairs and all, marketing fairs. In fact, through Ubuntu, there was a delegation to Cambodia, to abroad and all. We have been getting that. But somehow, because we don't have that kind of, I think, support in representing sometimes our women back out. I don't know, somewhere I think that needs to be addressed. I don't know how they're going to do it. Because they want to be part of those big exhibitions, but they're juggling with so many things here.
Yes,
I feel there is a gap there. They want to, but they're not able to.
And they don't
Though
have
there
able
are-
people to kind of,
Yeah.
do the thing for them, take over
There
in
are
their
opportunities.
absence.
The opportunities are also informed to us, but we are not able to bridge that gap. Again, I think of course the online competition now with the ONDC and lot of e-commerce forum, I think our women have got wonderful opportunities.
Platforms to sell, yes,
platforms
and
to
Meesho
sell.
and all these,
Every association
yes.
have their forum to sell, market their products.
True,
That's
true.
all
I
very,
know.
very positive.
Correct,
actually.
and it can reach the most corners of
Corners,
rural
yeah.
areas also. So
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
it's very, how should I say, it reaches a diverse geographical area.
Yeah,
A wider
absolutely. So I
geographical
think it's a
area.
very positive thing.
Yes.
But the documentation and all has to be little this thing. And
Easier.
especially in the tier 2 city, what happens is we are not able, we don't have here at the district level any rep. We have been telling this that for the women empowerment, entrepreneurship related activities, especially the business activities, we don't have a go-to forum.
Okay.
This is something we have been actually telling. We have to either move to the bigger, like Bangalore or somewhere for everything. So something
So you
like
don't
that.
have
We
it at
have
a district level,
representatives.
perhaps.
District
We
level.
need it at a
it-
district level, some representation of.
some women entrepreneurs,
entrepreneurs, okay.
something like that. We have our association, but at that disconnect I see.
Is there,
I think
okay.
probably something needs to be worked in this
Worked in, I'm sure.
direction, which
Yeah.
we have been telling, in fact, putting in. But of course, for them also, it's, I don't know, there should be. So every time we need to go to Bangalore
through,
or
I know,
something
exactly.
and then get things
Done.
get things moving.
Right.
So that's also there. Otherwise, actually, it's a very, very positive atmosphere at the moment. With respect to capital, it could be respect to market exposure. Things are there, and now
Correct.
women understand that they need to come together.
Together, correct,
that,
correct. And
yeah.
collaborate and partner with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
You
That
can't-
understanding is there.
Yes.
A lot of awareness is going on.
Going on,
So all
yes.
this, women just don't find some time to. That is the thing we
Okay.
need to address. I don't know how we are
Yes.
going to do that, but they find with so many responsibilities, home, work, life, and all that, they find tough to manage many
Manage,
things
right.
and reach out.
Right. So we have the gaps here, the gaps that I think Renu has pointed out very, how should I say, openly, that these are the things that women need support with. And I know that there are a lot of schemes for, for the women today, but something that is made easy in terms of the documentation, I think that also becomes a gap. And to all you out there who can be collaborators and who can partner, who can support, we welcome anybody who would like to just walk into the store and talk about how you can be of some use in this movement that we are right now calling Craft Cares or Craft Mantra, which is, I think, set up which empowers women, which empowers artisans, which empowers any small business person with whatever item or product that you can manufacture right here with local products, environment friendly if necessary, if not at least sustainable in its objective. So we welcome anybody to just walk in. I think Renu, you would definitely be, would be getting some responses. And hopefully you'll get people who will be able to join you and, widen, make your team bigger and more successful. So let me say thank you so much for sharing your time with us, your precious time with us, in spite of having such a busy schedule. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to any support that I can give from my side. I look forward to sharing it with you. And in addition, I'm also doing the content on her for her website. So for everyone out there, let's work together and have more successful women entrepreneurs out there. So thank you so much, Renu.
Thank you,
And,
Vidya. It's really nice having you. I think you have been one of the best brand ambassadors for Craft Mantra. I can confidently tell.
Thank you.
And I have been seeing you for the last quite few years, I think 5, 6
now.
years
Yes,
now.
yes.
That sincerity with which you work and the passion with which you connect, I think that makes it nice to be with
Thank
you.
you, thank you. That's
And
very
someone we
encouraging.
can always go to person, I can say. You are a go to
Thank you,
person.
thank
I
you.
would rather say at in this platform that any woman who would like that kind of mentoring, I think she is the go to person. She can, if she has idea, definitely she is going to give them. But if she doesn't know also, she is someone who can always connect you to them. So she has that wonderful capability, and she is someone I really admire. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I wish you this channel and all your efforts a lot of success. Thank you. Thank you for having me here as well.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
With that, let's wind up. Bye.